Welcome to episode 3 of Karts, and in today's episode we're going to be getting in a real car and getting to do some competitive events for the first time. The first of which is an auto test, so we're on our way to a random field. So an auto test is essentially doing skidding in a field or on a car park around some cones, and in order to do an auto test you need to be a minimum age of 14, an engine under 2 litres, you must carry a fully licensed passenger, and you need to be a member of a club. So we did this through the Tunbridge Wells Motor Club, and you also need a RS Clubman licence which you can download from the MSUK website. The auto test is good for getting some car control, but it's worth keeping in mind that this one on a bumpy grass field did put quite a lot of wear on the car. The second thing that we did to get ready for the junior sprint event is we went to Thruxton and we did their junior skid pan experience day. It costs £130 each for an hour, and you need to be a minimum age of 12, and you also need to be able to drive a manual car, and as you can see it's just a concrete slab with some water flowing over it, and you get to drive 2 cars, the Mini Cooper and the red Toyota GT86 that was in the background there. And when you're on the skid pan you do some driving, such as doing a slalom. You go around in a big circle and you get to experience understeer and oversteer, and in the Toyota you get to drive around with the electronic aids and without them, so ABS and stability control turned on and then turned off. So here's Morgan driving around in circles. The skid pan's sort of at an angle, so one way it's more oversteering than the other way, and the instructor also yanks on the handbrake. And in the Toyota, because both cars have dual controls, the instructor just smashes on the throttle when he wants the car to oversteer, and that's exactly what's about to happen to poor old Morgan. Although we're not going very fast, we are definitely reaching the limits of grip on the skid pan.
Oh yeah! Yeah!
We thought the skid pan experience was great and was really good for getting more car control, as our dad was very worried about us spinning VMG when we got to Pembury. But now we are on our way to Pembury, so we're crossing the bridge into Wales. So, we are going to Pembury Race Circuit to compete in a round of the junior sprint with the MG Car Club. And the minimum age for this is 14 years old, and you need an interclub licence as a minimum. You need to be a part of the club, so we're a part of the MG Car Club, being as we have an MG. Well, it's actually the main reason why we got the MG, as the MG ZR fits the regulations perfectly, and the club is very active. So, that car needs to be a maximum of 1,400cc, and can't have more than 110 brake horsepower, and it also needs to be made after 2000s. And for juniors, we need to have, as a minimum, a 4-point harness for safety, and you also need to carry some safety gear, so you need a helmet and gloves, but we think it's a good idea to invest in the other stuff, as you never know, and the shoes especially do make a difference when you're driving on track. For the tyres, there's a list on the MSUK website that you can choose from. There are also no modifications allowed to the car other than safety ones, so that is toe stickers, stickers showing marshals where the ignition is, and race seat, harness bar, roll cage, stuff like that.
So we've just done the first few runs at Pembury. The car is very fun and the track is very fun, and I can't wait to get out for my second session.
If you have any questions at all, please make sure to reach out to us on either Instagram, TikTok, or just post a comment and we will get back to you. But here's some info on the car.
For tyres, we have these lovely Bridgestone Potenza Sports. So we chose these tyres from a list on the MSUK website, and we went with these ones because they seem to be the most readily available. So far I think they're quite good, and they give quite a lot of feedback before they let go, which is nice.
And you've already filled it.
This is our beam splitter, which was made yesterday, and it's made from a Senzo number board and half of a old Nassau panel support. We also have toe stickers on the front and back of the car, and they just go to the mounting points there. For the seat, we've got a Sparco Sprint, And to mount it to the car, we've got these slider rails so we can move it between driver positions, and it's mounted onto a floor base from SWM Motorsports. And then we've got our colour matched TRS harnesses, and they go to the back to this bar, which is attached there and there, once again from SW Motorsports, and you can see how the harness attaches to that.
In our car, we've decided for safety modifications to go with a Sparco seat, a harness bar and a 6-point harness, as we thought that a 4-point harness doesn't really give that much protection from submarining. So that's why. It's sort of worth noting that these cars are a bit old now, so ideally we would have a roll cage in it, but nevertheless we had a lot of fun pushing the car, and we were quite fast actually compared to a lot of the other cars, surprisingly. But that's it for this episode. Next time we'll see VMG, we'll be doing another round of junior sprint at Goodwood, and this time we'll have onboard footage and sort of take you through the day in more detail. And for the next episode of Karts to Cars, we're going to be doing Morgan's first ever car race at Brands Hatch, and also coming up is round 4 of GX UK. So until those, we'll see you later.